Remnants of Filth.
Chapter 1.
Changhua had once produced two young and promising generals, like water meets fire, both as different as the eye could see one. The one like water was called Moshi. Cold by nature, he practiced abstinence, and has been single to this day. Within the army, the stakes on when General Mo would finally offer up his virginity had accumulated to the point where it could fill any poor man's belt with 10,000 strings of gold overnight too. The one like fire was called Gumeng. Warm by nature, he was always full of smiles and treasured ladies like precious jewels. 3. If he had to pay out of his pockets for every single time he kissed a girl, then he'd probably have to pawn off all his possessions down to the underwear he wears to afford it. There was a day, long before Gu Meng had committed treason, where, on a sudden whim, he grabbed a book that he had compiled and ran over to ask Mo Shi to write his opinion of it. At that time, General Mo was holding several volumes of books, his hands tied with military affairs, so he only asked General Gu one sentence: "What did you write?" "Everything," Gu Meng explained enthusiastically. "Fine delicacies, personal experiences, travel notes of the mountains and rivers, weapon catalogs, and other trivial things." Mo Shi received the book from him, lifting the brush in his hand, dipping it into the ink pot, preparing to comment. As Gu Meng finished talking, he smiled and said, "I also wrote about you." Mo Shi was suddenly alarmed by this, pausing the movement of his hands to look up at him. "What did you write about me?" Gu Meng honestly replied, "A factual description of our past events." "What past events?" Gu Meng scratched his head, shamelessly grinning with a little hee-hee, then quickly replied, "All of them." Mo Shi did not respond, staring at him for a moment before dropping his long eyelashes. Then, with an unreadable expression, he wrote two ruthlessly cold lines in regular script for, "This book is forbidden. All offenders will be punished."